Hi friends, this is Pug Weasel doing what I haven't done in a long time, and that's a new Preppers You Have It Wrong video. Today's topic is hoarding bullets. Here's the issue. Basically, right now I know that there's a lot of people who are very afraid that they're going to have their guns taken away from them, or that they're not going to be able to buy a certain gun that they want, and they're running out and buying guns left and right. And you know, I can get my head around the fact that people are out there, and you can go to Cabela's, you can go to Bass Pro, you can go to the local gun shops, and you can count on one hand in the gun shops how many guns are on the shelf. You can count on two hands how many guns are on the shelf at Cabela's or Bass Pro, handguns at least, and then, you know, again, handful of rifles. And I get that people want to buy that specific gun that they want before something becomes illegal, right? But here's the thing that's a little too much. You can't get hardly any kind of bullet. You can get some of the premium hollow points for a few different calibers, but you can't get a full metal jacketed bullet in almost anything. And the truth is that when you do this, and I know it's not just preppers, but you know, when you do this, it angers people who might otherwise be on your side. Now, here's the thing. I know that ever since Newtown, December 14th, when Adam Lanza did his thing, there's been a lot of talk in the Congress and the Senate by the President about gun control, gun regulation, and there's been a lot of hyperbole. There's been a lot of rhetoric that, especially on the liberal side, and I'm a liberal, on the liberal side, that has been untrue about guns, about the .223 round and the 5.56 round, and it angers me too as a gun owner. But it does not help to hoard bullets the way it's happening. And here, in one of the things that's bothering me, because, you know, for instance, I can get my head around somebody who goes out and buys an assault rifle, because in the Feinstein bill that was recently proposed, that's not going to even make it through the Senate, let alone the House, but it was proposed, it names almost every AR-15 on the planet that you can get in the United States, and says they're going to make it illegal. So I get that. But here's what I don't get. You can't buy a .22 long rifle bullet. You can't go to Bass Pro, the Walmart of outdoor stores, and get a .22 long rifle bullet. You can't get them. And in some of the gun shows where people have bought a bunch of them and hoarded them at some other time and then brought them out on the shelf, they're charging $50 for a brick of 500 rounds. And so I don't actually own a .22 long rifle pistol or a rifle. Most of my friends have one, and it's on my list. It's the next thing I'm going to purchase. A rifle is the .22. But it's ridiculous that you can't get one. And because I have done my research on preppers, because I've taken the time to learn about the prepper community, I know who's buying those .22 long rifle. I know who has them. I know who's showing up at Walmart on Wednesday morning or whatever day they actually show up and buying every last box. I know that it's preppers. I know that it's people who are sitting those bullets down in their basement and waiting for the end of the world, whatever that means. And I know you're afraid that this kind of talk about gun control must be a sign of it beginning, or at least being just a few years away. But here's the problem. In this country, we have people who are far right, on what us liberals call the fringe, okay? And you may not lose that. Then you've got conservatives. They're not fringe right, they're just very, very conservative, okay? You're going to lose some of them. Some of them you're going to keep, some of them you're going to lose. Then you've got these moderate people who are right of center, but are moderates. And they didn't care about you before, but they want to go to the range. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, I was at Bass Pro just a couple days ago with a friend of mine. He was looking for 22 long rifle to see what it costs. And there wasn't any. And I told him there wasn't going to be any because I had been in Bass Pro a few days before that doing comparison shopping on the pistol that I just purchased. And I told him, I said, there's none on the shelf. There's none there. He did not believe me. We went up there. He asked the guy, he goes, what's going on with this? And he said, people are hoarding bullets. Okay, so the guys at the shop, you may not, whether you tell them or not, they know what you're doing. They see you showing up every week. Okay? And they're not lying to their other customers and saying, oh, it's just how it is. You know, people like bullets. They are saying there are people out there who think that every last gun is going to be made illegal and that the government's literally going to come knock on your door and take your gun from you, and they are buying up everything they can. Okay? So you are pissing off people who would otherwise support you. And you know, there's a shop out there, a great shop, actually, where I bought my pistol. They have a company that gets their brass, reloads it, brings it back in box form. You used to be able to go up there, you could buy those reloads and take them with you. You can't do that anymore. They'll let you buy their premium loads or whatever that ever came from someplace else. But their reloads are strictly for their range now. They will not let them go out of their store because they're afraid that they'll have people show up who want to use the range that have paid for a membership, and they'll have to say, hey, we don't have anything to shoot with. We don't have any bullets, so you can't shoot today. That membership that you have that guaranteed you access, you don't have access because someone's bought up everything we got. So when people have to walk away from their range because they can't go shooting, they're going to want to know who's causing this to happen. And again, nobody is just assuming that it's just a normal thing that's happening. They know there are people out there hoarding bullets. And people like me know that the only people who really see the 22 long rifle as being as valuable as, quite frankly, it would be in a shit hit the fan situation or a without rule of law situation are the preppers. Okay? You have got to stop getting out of hand with buying up bullets because you're scaring people who would otherwise support you. Here's the other thing. You're not all wealthy. You're not all rich. You're not all upper middle class. I've watched your videos. I've seen, just like you see my little background that I kind of hide my television with so it looks more studio-like. You know, I've seen your living rooms and wherever you do your videos. You're not wealthy. Some of you people are putting bullets and guns on credit cards and running yourself into debt, which goes completely and utterly against what preppers are supposed to be about. And so it's just not, it's not the way this should be happening. You look paranoid, and people who just want to be able to engage in their hobby or their sport aren't happy with you right now. They're calling you crazy right now, and you need to stop. You need to go back to your original plan until something actually blows up. Go back to your original plan of saving a little bit at a time. Stop going out and buying thousands and thousands of rounds at a time because you think tomorrow you won't be able to get them. Because you doing that is causing other people who just want 50 rounds of whatever their caliber is to not be able to get it at all. And then when someone tells them the story about how 22 long rifle is missing off the shelf and you can't get a hold of any, to do this video, I went and looked up 22 long rifle online and went and found out that if you go online and try to order ammunition online, everything's back ordered and things aren't available. Okay? And yet nothing's blown up and nobody's seeing the end of the world coming. But all the bullets are missing. So You're doing yourself harm. You're not doing yourself a favor by acting so rash. Do the right thing. Stop hoarding bullets and go back to whatever your original plan was before Newtown happened. That's my rant. This is Pug Weasel.